because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Razvan IFL TV proudly sponsored by Everlast George. Wow, no one expected that.
Well, you know, I thought Lawrence. Let me start again. I thought Chris Billam-Smith more than in for a chance, you know, and I didn't definitively make a prediction because I was working for Sky tonight. I'm doing my best to be impartial. Obviously, me and Chris are good friends. You know, I've followed his whole career. I've sympathised with him. Feel like it's just a pleasure to be part of the journey. Lawrence not the same, but I've always admired him and appreciated him for what he's done, and becoming a world champion so quickly, and just being a well-rounded, lovely individual. So I mean, great fight, great atmosphere, great occasion. It's all downhill for Chris Billam-Smith from here, as he says. He can't beat this high. He's a sweet guy, Chris. Like, one of the first things he messaged me was 6 years on, May 27th, I win a world title in a football stadium at Bramwell Lane, and he's like, I'm going to do the same as fate. I was like, man, you're on your journey, but I love it. And he's right. He was fucking right. I think I've watched him fight in small hall shows in Bournemouth. I've seen him headline in Bournemouth. I've seen him put in the graft, which all fighters do. There's nothing special about that. Taking yourself away from home, putting yourself in a hurt locker, just totally investing yourself in the cause. And for him, I think tonight is paid off. Do you know what I mean? You see him in bits, emotional bits, and becoming a world champion. At this stage of his life, incredible scenes.
A lot of holding. Callis Allen tweeted something in the lines of he might get disqualified before the final bell. Did you think that might happen?
I didn't think he'd get disqualified because he's a world champion, and this is a massive fight. I wouldn't want to see him get disqualified, and Chris Billam-Smith don't want him to, because it's not a malicious foul, it's a holding. Do you know what I mean? If anything, you hold him because you're in trouble, or you're holding because you just. I think Lawrence Okolie is his go-to thing. He needs to really work on that in the gym. It sounds bizarre as it sounds, he's world champion, but he has a habit of holding. So yeah, I mean, I think he got plenty of warnings from Marcus McDonald, and I don't think like a straight three points off. I think it is down to the referee's discretion. You could have a point taken off every round. You don't necessarily need to be disqualified. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, great. The first knockdown from Chris Billam-Smith was a huge shot, totally swung the fight in his favour, and I think Lawrence was a little bit unlucky with the other two. I think the last one he was hurt, or he was caught and buzzed, and then he sort of went to hold, become a bit of a scramble. He did end up going down, and technically if you get hit and you go down, then it is a scoring knockdown, but the middle knockdown, I think he was a bit unlucky there. But even with that, with the way the cards have gone, I thought Chris Billam-Smith, clear winner.
George, go and celebrate with the rest of the team. I said I'm going to keep this short and sweet, and it is short and sweet, so I appreciate your time. Catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
Groves IFL TV, thank you very much.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.